Hello and what's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe and become one of the bunnies, and if you're coming back, oh boy, we have a really good video today. So, I haven't been able to upload in a while. I've been focusing a lot on Twitch. We've hit the 50 followers on Twitch, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun talking with everybody and getting to see live reactions, so that took a while of my time. However, I haven't been able to upload as much, obviously, but that's not what we are here for today. We have the new PV that came out. Now, I've watched it on the developer live stream. If you haven't seen it, you can hop on Twitch. It's right there. But it was incredible. I mean, honestly, here's the thing. I am excited for a post-Honkai Odyssey 2, but I really lost it because of all of the spoilers, all of the news you see. It kind of waters it down for me. However, I'm excited for one thing in particular, and that's the story. So, before we even started the stream, I was not able to catch up the PV in particular. So, I'm not sure what to expect. The only thing I know is what happened right after, and what, of course, thanks to No Truth, was able to give us full-on description and a full-on doc. So we're gonna discuss it a little bit about what's happening exactly, and this particular photo has driven me insane right now, so we have a couple of theories to talk about as well. But without further ado, let's just hop in right into the video.
我会保护你的，队员。 这里只剩下居民们曾经生活过的痕迹。接下来，开始探索吧。
Okay, so I see that Adam is now in them, with them. Who is that person in the back?
到底是什么地方
Timido, yep. The boss, the new boss, literally looks like it came out of an Egyptian place. It ran out of the pyramids, I swear.
功率全开。
The music is bomb! The music is awesome! Yes! Okay, I do see that there's two ults. The shield! Oh, the shield is the best thing. It literally amplifies stuff. I didn't know that. Second ult. There's two ults apparently. Two! Look at Lyle. I want Lyle to be playable. Okay, okay, let's...
我的老朋友，最后再帮我一次吧。
I didn't see that part, actually. Huh. Yep, Alicia, yep, everyone's pulling. I hope they don't put her for $50. Okay, here's the thing. Couple of stuff. But I have a hot take on, what's it called? Timido. Now, don't shank me and don't come after me, but I really don't like Timido's design. I love her attacks. She's very graceful in her movements and stuff because she was based on ice figure skaters. But I didn't really like her design. It's absolutely fan service. I just felt like it was too generic to be in such an intricate game. Like when you have such complex personalities and such an amazing design, complex designs, you have a girl who has her shirt cut off where the assets are. It's like it was just a little bit tacky in my perspective. And then the mask came up. I personally didn't like her. I mean, I like shy girls, timid girls. I mean, Fuwa is waifu, but probably Timido is not my thing. I'm looking forward for Lyle though. Lyle looks insane. He looks as if Otto had an illegitimate child and ran away with it. Like, he got away with that. Okay, now back to this. Couple of things that I noticed. Okay, first things first. That's the genius device that... I mean, people told me it's called Genius Device. That's what I'm gonna call it, like that. That Bronya had, and in the picture she had it on her wrist. So now it's going on his arm for treatment. I'm not sure what it works now. Who is that? That's not Lyle, is it? That's definitely not Lyle. See, that does not look like Lyle. So who is that person over here? We probably have a new introduction then. That does not look like Lyle. It definitely does not look like Timido. So who's our new side character, or maybe main character? I don't know. Okay. Everybody might be interested for a post Honkai Odyssey, but I'm interested in the game, in the actual story. It's there. It's like at the peak. Like it can't get better than that. Like this is what I'm excited for. So okay, this is a very important one. And obviously there's a couple of things that came into my mind. If the imaginary tree is something so unreachable and untouchable, how is it possible that there's so much havoc and ruckus around it? Unless it breached through a certain universe or a certain world and it got into it. That's why you see all of this destruction. So whatever he's walking in a place where there used to be humans who built those stuff and now they're gone. That's weird to me. So I'm thinking maybe it breached out through a certain universe and that's the ruckus it left. Another thing, Judah, my old friend, please help me one last time. It gives me this impression, this confirmation that what Raven said is true about her divine key. The divine key she uses basically takes the shape of whatever weapon Raven wants. So it goes from a sword to a sniper. Most of the time we see it as a sniper, sometimes a slingshot if she doesn't like the carrier. Like if the divine key does not like the carrier. So that's pretty cool. Raven said it talks to her divine key to get to know it. So we're kind of establishing that all of those divine keys are living souls inside of them. And that makes Judah a living soul. We can see a little bit of this. So we saw this on the imaginary, like HERRSCHER of Domination. Maybe we'll be able to see it again. I do have a couple of predictions of who could it be the HERRSCHER. I do think Teresa could be a HERRSCHER. Not too much. There's a trick into this, because in post Honkai Odyssey, the prologue for the second season, we saw that Teresa was not shown. We saw the, what's it called, the arrows, the chains of Judah, but we didn't see Teresa in particular. And even through the communications, we still haven't seen the Teresa. We only know her as Overseer and then a blank. So something will happen to Teresa. She'll either destroy shackles, merge. I do feel like there's going to be some sacrifices as well, either Rita or Amber. You see, for some time we had Amber, we had a development arc for her. I did Otto make Amber, basically, Amber and Teresa and others, of course. Maybe that will be the realization key of I want to sacrifice myself, or I want to do what I'm meant to do. I do see that Durandal could potentially be a HERRSCHER. And then we saw those couple of pictures coming up as well, especially the Stigmata in particular. By the way, if you're not on Discord, hop onto Discord. This picture in particular. So I do see Durandal, and she's facing the imaginary tree inside of the Sea of Quanta. So maybe that will be the trick, the trigger for whatever evolution is going to happen and whatever battle suit she's coming back as. So I do believe that Durandal is coming back with an imaginary battle suit, the same way Rita is. Maybe the Core of Domination will end up eventually sitting in Durandal's hands. But then remember that we have the pre-revelation trailer that we saw, well, short movie, that we saw of Durandal going against May of a redemption arc of some kind. So that would be pretty interesting as well to see. Maybe Durandal will realize that Otto is gonna destroy the world. Well, before that, there's this as well I want to discuss. This one. So Otto, that's right, it is fine to be just like that. Do whatever you can to stop me. Durandal, Kiana, and Teresa. I'll consider this as the performance of my farewell. This is heavy. This is so ominous. It makes it seem that Otto is doing all of those stuff is like such a performance, just so everybody could hate him enough that nobody will regret his death. And that puts all of the thing, like, maybe he's just a pawn. And he said he is the pawn in the game, so he doesn't see himself more than a pawn. There's obviously a game master going on, and apparently it's not Otto. Otto has just been used, even though he's been willingly used, but he's been used, and he's pulling more of a Lelouch, Code Geass kind of thing of, if my death can fix things, everything, then let it be. Yeah, and that puts that puts all of my assumptions back to World Serpent. Kevin's face does not disappear from my mind. In the pre-revelation arc or trailer that we saw of him standing and the imaginary tree is right behind him, and he's blending so well. And I don't know, if you play Elysian Realm for enough, I believe, you'll see a text coming up from Kevin saying, "We managed to weaken the will of Honkai in our era. Will you be able to do more?" Where did all of the power go? If they were able to weaken it, where did all the will of Honkai power go? The Honkai Archives? Probably not it, because Honkai Archives was the first HERRSCHER. The last HERRSCHER, the HERRSCHER of the end? Maybe, because we haven't seen her after that, but we know that it's sealed on the moon. So the question remains, where did all of this power go? You can't just make it disappear somehow. And that takes me back to Kevin, the indestructible, the one that is able to do everything, the one that went to Otto and was like, obey or die. So what if he is the actual real holder of the powers of the will of Honkai? What if he went to Otto and asked him, obey or die, and he realized that he doesn't really need to give this ultimatum because Otto is already willing to put himself and sacrifice himself, just throw himself for that case, and that works perfectly fine with Kevin. So we have a couple of big things going on. I don't like how quiet World Serpent have been throughout the whole thing. I know they have been watching everything. Maybe Durandal will realize, and that takes us back to Durandal. Maybe Durandal will realize that Otto is actually just another pawn. It doesn't have to end that way, and May is gonna show up and she's gonna stop Durandal, or May is gonna try, she's gonna have a change of heart, and then she's gonna try to go and stop Otto, and then Durandal is gonna stop in her way. I don't see that happening as much anymore though. But the biggest part is May has now adapted some of ideals of World Serpent's ideals. So I want to see those into play. I want to see how her growth in her opinion, in her mind, in her goals, in her everything has been. And what will, like, how will it be against Durandal? Will we be rooting for Durandal? I don't know. I don't want to personally root for Durandal, but May could be going and doing the bidding, or at least letting things happen and letting Otto get through with his own will so Kiana could stop him or something like that. One thing I'm 100% sure of is Otto at the end of the chapter, of our recent chapter, said, "We're gonna welcome the HERRSCHER of Binding, or the incident of binding." I am 100% sure, with a very high confidence, say that what he's talking about is Teresa. Teresa is gonna become the overseer at some point. They're gonna make it as a ceremony. Teresa is already having Judah. He's already preparing for the incident of binding from the very first beginning. So all of the things are going towards Teresa being the HERRSCHER of binding. Are we gonna get surprised and things are gonna backfire? I don't know. But so far, what I know for sure is everything is looking down and pointing towards Teresa. Though it's MiHoYo at the end of the day. It could all be like misleading us at the end of the day too. So, but yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. It's very interesting. As I said, I'm more hyped up for the actual chapter than post Honkai Odyssey. Not because I don't like it, it's just it was so overwhelming at first. I was so blown away, but then you see so many leaks and everybody's like throwing stuff at you, and it's like the hype is gone, because the hype reaches us now, and then but for the global it doesn't reach us until like 4 weeks, actually 5 weeks from now, over a month from now. So just saying, it's all in all, it's amazing though. I'm looking forward for Lyle, actually. But that's all I've got for you guys today. Make sure you tell me what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you later. Bye.